This is Persian rice with crusty tahdig. This is the best rice that you will ever make in your life, and once you get the hang of it, you will not go to any other way. This is the lesson 1 in Persian cooking, and that's called Persian rice, because we know how to make the best rice, and this is how you can make it now, and you will not go to any other way. Going with half and half jasmine rice and basmati rice. So I am measuring 1 cup of rice per 2 people, and I am going to make rice for about 6 to 8 people. Here we go. Mixed half and half. And one of the most important things is washing the rice. I usually wash the rice at least twice until the water runs clean, and then I let it sit in water for at least 10 minutes and ideally about 1 to 2 hours. This washing of rice is going to be really good for your skin. This way of putting your hand and washing it with rice is really good. It exfoliates your skin, but it also gives you that hydrating properties of rice. So wash your rice like this every day and you end up with a really nice clean hands. Wash it again. I set my rice in a corner for about half an hour for it to soak and activates the rice. I bring some water to boil and I put a generous amount of salt in it. Don't be scared because it's all gonna be drained off. And now I just put the rice, I take the water, I guess drain the water from the top of it and then put the rice in. This is my little trick. Give it a little stir and wait for it to come back to boil. When the rice comes on the surface of the water and start dancing on the water, then you know that your rice is ready. What we want is a rice that is cooked to al dente, similar to pasta. The rice is ready. It's all on the surface. And then you get the strand of rice. See, it just cuts in half without being too soft. So it's al dente. Now it's time to assemble the rice. I start with the bottom layer, which is called tahdig. That's the famous crunch layer for the Iranian rice. I get about 3 to 4 of this spoonful. We call this kafgir. I don't know what you call it in English, but like big spoon. And then I get a few tablespoons of yogurt. Again, the measurements will be in the recipe. The saffron. And I'm gonna taste a bit of rice. If the salt wasn't enough, I would add salt here too, but it's enough. So stir this. You try not to break the rice too much. You just want to make sure that the saffron and yogurt and rice are kind of incorporated. Look at the color, the beautiful color of saffron. If you don't have saffron and you can't source it, or you don't want to pay that much money, as a beginner, you can actually replace it with turmeric. It's fine. It's not gonna be that, saffrony smell, but it's gonna give you that yellow color and it's gonna be fine. Okay. So this is how it looks with yogurt, saffron and rice ready to go to the bottom of the pot. For the layering up, I put a little bit of water at the bottom of the pot, a little bit of oil, and few cubes of butter for good measure. Now I just layer this at the bottom. You can have more rice, make it thicker, but don't go thinner than this. So it's about maybe a centimeter thick. Now you can have this rice, the drained rice, just on top, or if you want to go pro, you can just layer it. So you get a big spoon of this and you kind of like layer it on top, because what you're doing here is that you are getting some air between the rice grains, so it keeps your rice really nice and light. I will just put a few cubes of butter in the rice because it's gonna taste delicious. If you're on a diet, you can skip the butter. So now it's a step that you get the rice to steam. What you do, you want to have this tablecloth on top so it absorbs the steam. What I do is I have a clean tablecloth. Mostly this one is dedicated to my rice. So I place the tablecloth on top of the lid like this, and then I bring them back around the lid. Just bring it back so it's kind of like tight. See how it is? And then you just put it on. Now your rice is going to gently steam. It's going to take about, on a medium-low heat, it's going to take about 40 to 45 minutes. This pot is not one of those thick cast iron pots. This is a thinner pot. It is a non-stick thinner, like a Teflon pot. So this one is going to take 40 to 45 minutes. But if you're using a thicker pot, firstly, I don't recommend it because it's going to be heavy when you are lifting it back, and it's going to keep the steam too much in your rice, and the tahdig is not going to be as good. If you can use a lighter pot, a non-stick lighter pot, but if you don't have any other pot and you're going with the cast iron ones, then your cooking time will be longer. And another safety tip, if you are worried about this tablecloth going into flame, you can get a tie, a hair tie, a clean hair tie, and then wrap it here, and this way they all stay in place. Most stressful moment in every Iranian host moment, when you have guests, you cooked rice and you have one shot. So here we go. Put the plate on top, save your hands, make sure the plate is larger than your pot, and also the flat surface of the plate is sitting on the top, so it's not going to move as you're flipping it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Sounds good, because it's just in the moment of reveal. Nice. I'm proud of this. Beautiful golden rice. Let's hear the crunch. And this is what you get, this golden layer of crunch and deliciousness. And then you get this nice, light and fluffy rice with lots of flavor and a beautiful texture. And this is how you enjoy a good rice.